hello, folks, and welcome to this episode of Pirate Round.
Or Privateer Round.
Oh, we'll call it the Privateer Round this time. I be Admiral Sculptopus, Queen Elizabeth's representative upon the ocean seas and Admiral of the Ocean Blue. This is the Scarlet Raven, privateer captain of the White Stag. Sails out of Dover, a very fast and deadly privateer ship that has been harassing the Spanish shipping throughout the last year. Now, you might wonder why we're dressed like this and wearing these certain bits of outfits. Well, we're starring in the Shakespearean production of Rum, My Best Friend of All, that will be premiering tonight at the Deadwood Theatre. Until then, we're going to have a drink. We're going to pour this out from the Crystal Skull. We're going to pour ourselves a shot of Jamaican Mountain Red, and we're going to have a toast to our friends. Friends, we do dearly miss you, wish you were here, and we say to you, please take care of yourself.
Friends not met and friends that we haven't seen in a long while.
Friends haven't seen in a while, and friends who we've yet to meet. Please be careful, friends. And we do welcome you here to the Pirate Round, and we're so glad you could join us for this episode. And we say to you now, Yar har.
Yar har. Well, Captain, if I gave you a measurement in sailing terms of 6 feet, how far would that be in nautical terms?
Well, 6 feet, of course, and of course we should all be apart 6 feet at this time. That is a fathom. That's what we call a fathom.
Right.
So we say a fathom, of course, is 6 feet, and we say 2 fathoms, 12 feet, 3 fathoms, 18 feet. And why do you ask, Captain?
Well, I found us some rum.
What is rum?
It was sunken 42 fathoms. Or was it more?
Or more?
47 fathoms. 47 fathoms.
Oh, well, what is rum?
Or no? Was it that many? I think it is not. I'm getting my depths mixed up here. 7 fathoms. Which would be how many feet? 42 feet.
42 feet.
So I found some rum sinking at 7 fathoms.
7 fathoms would be 42 feet. So, of course, in this time period, which is the late 1500s, we wouldn't really know what rum is. Aboard ship, we would have drunk grog, which would be a sort of a watery beer mixture that they would have, ale or so. Which
or
would
Madeira
be
wine, for those of us who are upper.
Yeah, or we would drink Madeira wine, fine wines. Rum wouldn't come about for another 100 years or so aboard ship. Well, they would start in the 1620s. They would start making it in the Caribbean. But throughout those Caribbean isles, they would start distilling sugarcane, and pretty soon they would have the strong drink that everyone known would be rum. And here at 42 fathoms down, or rather 42 feet down, 7 fathoms, we have 7 fathoms rum. It comes from the Cayman Islands. And it's very special rum.
This is, as we say, 7 fathoms rum. Cayman Islands premium rum. Artesian small batch rum distilled in Georgetown, Grand Cayman. 40% alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
Batch number 99. 80 proof. 750 milliliters.
Quite good.
Can I see the first scene less?
Yeah, take a look. There's a story on the back, which I think is quite interesting.
Experience the depths of 7 fathoms rum. 7 fathoms is handcrafted artisanal premium rum that is distilled locally in small batches exclusively in the Cayman Islands. Unlike any other rum, 7 fathoms is matured underwater at a depth of 7 fathoms, 42 feet.
There you go.
This unique
Math.
and innovative maturing technique creates superior characteristics and complexity. 7 fathoms is a distinctive spirit made of meticulously aging the rum underwater in the pristine Caribbean seas, giving 7 fathoms a depth of flavor and smoothness that is incomprehensible. Savor the waves of flavor, served straight up, over ice, or in your favorite cocktails. Sole U.S. importer, Lux Vintages, Boca Raton, Florida. LuxVintages.com. Product of the Cayman Islands, distilled and bottled by the Cayman Island Distilleries Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands.
Ah,
www.7fathoms.com.
wow. 7fathoms.com, they say.
42 feet.
That is incomparable. 7 fathoms, a depth of flavor and smoothness that is incomparable. Savor the waves of flavors, they say.
Now, this rum is not an easy rum to come by.
No, it's not.
We have hunted high and low for this.
Quite.
Now, the stopper, hopefully it'll give us the pop.
Oh, yes.
It
Very
is a wood top with an actual cork.
good. Is it? Oh, it is actual cork. Hmm.
As you can see, look at that color. Look at
It's
that
beautiful
coloration.
amber. I'll hold it up. Beautiful amber color. I'll pour you out some. Would you like to try some?
Oh, gladly.
There, that's quite a bit. We won't know about rum for another 100 years, but we're going to try it anyway.
Hold it up there again.
Let me put the cork on it.
Oh, that's dead.
Quite beautiful. Let's see here. It's got a rich amber color. Brown. It's definitely a darker rum.
Very caramely.
Caramely looking. It doesn't look watery. It's got a good tonality to it.
It's got a very strong smell.
It's a very woody, oaky smell.
Yes.
Now I don't smell much spice in this Scotch Raven.
No, I don't.
I smell mostly wood.
I do too.
Quite strong.
Now, we found out about 7 Fathoms a while back, and we hunted and hunted and hunted and hunted.
We did.
And this is not an easy rum to come by. But we did manage to find it in a site that would send it to us via courier ship.
It came by fast courier ship.
Right.
So, without further ado, shall we have a bit of a taste?
Yes. Yahar.
Yahar!
Now that's swishing around. Whoop. It sends a quick burn through the nose.
It does. It's got a fast burn at the
A
top.
little bit of a tingle on the tongue.
Yep.
And it's got a heavy wood, heavy oak.
Yes, it's very heavy oak flavor. Very heavy. The tannins from the oak are just almost overwhelming. The problem with a lot of rums, and I don't want to drag this under so much. The problem with a lot of rums is people, especially when they make artisanal, which be made by artisans, artisanal rums, is a lot of times they end up tasting like whiskey. Rum should have that caramelly, sugary, vanilla honey flavor to it.
Fruit.
It should have the sugariness of it because it comes from sugarcane, and it should have that flavor that denotes it as being rum. The problem with 7 Fathoms is, to me, it tastes like whiskey.
It's like a very mild whiskey.
Yeah.
A very mild whiskey.
Yeah, it tastes like whiskey. And the problem is, I'm not much of a whiskey drinker. I like my rums.
We
And
both like our rums.
We both like our rums. And what I find, it's not undrinkable. Now, it's okay, so from an alcohol point of view, after that initial burn, it smooths out. And you're left with a flavor, but the flavor in the mouth is more oaky. There's no spicy or sweet flavor there. That's mainly a dry oak finish. So it's actually considered a dry rum.
Right.
Then.
It is
very dry.
It is a very dry one.
It's not sweet. It's very dry. The flavor, it doesn't linger so much, but I do still taste the oak in my mouth.
Yes.
It's almost like it needs to mature a bit longer.
Now, from my understandings, when they say they age this at 7 fathoms, 42 feet, in barrels, they also seal it up in plastic. So, unlike some rums in Florida, like the Bad Bitch, that that Captain Turner brought us,
Right. That
which
you know,
actually was contaminated by seawater, actually added a lot of flavors to
yeah, it
it.
enhances it.
This
yes.
could probably do with some of that instead of sitting it in the dark at
Yeah.
42 feet.
So
7 fathoms.
I've got to ask, why are you maturing it in an oak barrel at 42 feet if you don't want the sea to actually help it moderate the flavor?
What they say is the waters shake it about in the darkness,
Okay.
so it doesn't have the access to the sunlight. But I would think that maybe allowing a little bit of seawater to mix into it might add a little bit.
Yeah, I would think so too. It needs something. I'm not sure what it
It's-
needs.
I don't know. It has.
It's very dry.
It's very woody. It's
Very
very,
woody.
dry. It would probably be good for a mixer.
Yes.
But neat. But neat or over the rocks, plain and over the rocks. It's just not.
I mean, if
I
you-
would not throw this away.
No, of
Or
course
give
not.
this away.
Oh no, of course not.
But chances are, what we will use this for is a mixer in Bartholomew Roberts' Pyrate Revenge or some other Pyrate Punch, or some other
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah. It's too. The oaky tannin flavor is too strong to make it a smooth drink. Now we've had a lot of rums on here that are very smooth, and that are just wonderful to drink. The Kirk and Sweeney, the Centenario,
The bamboo.
the Bamboo, and they are designed, and the taste master goes through them and creates a taste that is designed for sipping as a cordial, and so you enjoy the flavor of the spices. The main thing I taste in Seven Fathoms is the wood, and it's very dry, and to me it tastes like a whiskey, which is not to say it's bad. If you're a whiskey drinker, you'll probably really enjoy this, but my idea is that we're reviewing rum, not whiskey. I mean, we have some whiskeys, but we don't review them because we're not whiskey drinkers, we're rum drinkers.
And whiskey's more of a Highlander thing.
It is. I mean, I've got some good scotch up there and some good bourbon, and maybe someday we can sip and taste and whatever. But we're talking more about the romance of piracy and pirates in general, and rum.
Privateers. And
Privateers and rum. And so, I wanted more from it.
We had really great high hopes. For
We
this.
did.
We had really high hopes for this.
Yes, we did.
Being how hard it was to find, and from the touting of what we saw and how
Yeah.
they spoke so highly of it. I haven't seen too many reviews on this.
That's not. The more you drink, the tougher that oak gets.
Yes.
It really does. A lot of alcohols, when you drink the.
Now there was a little bit of the vanilla. I got just a hint of the vanilla, but it is so faint.
Wow, you're
Yeah.
good then, because I could get nothing but the oak in there, and the burn.
Yeah.
So I was not that pleased with it. I expected more from it. I really did. There's no spices in it, so I don't think a taste master went through it and tried to moderate it with some spice. And so in a sense, it's essentially pure spirits, and because of the oak, it makes it more of a whiskey-ish sort of flavor.
Yeah,
So-
it's not so much rum, more of a whiskey or bourbon.
Yes. So Scarlet Raven, what would you say? What would you give it?
I had very high hopes for this, as I said already. I think I can only give it maybe two cannon blasts. 2.5 maybe will be pushing it.
I would say 2.5 because it's got a great story. I mean, you have these barrels taken 42 feet down into the Caribbean Ocean, hidden down there for a year or so, or as long as it is, and
Pushed around by the
pushed
ocean
around by
current.
the ocean current, and they roll about, and it's a great story. And for the great story, I would give it 2.5. But as for a rum, I can't rate it that high because to me, it doesn't really taste like rum. It tastes more like a whiskey.
Right.
And if you're going to market something that says Seven Fathoms Cayman Islands Premium Rum, I mean, I don't think I've had any other rum from the Cayman Islands, so I'm not sure if all Cayman Islands rum tastes like whiskey. I don't know. It's something to look into. I feel that it needs something, and it needs a little help. Maybe it needs a taste master.
The coloration is nice, but unfortunately, the taste.
Yeah. You know, the differences between whiskey and rum is that whiskey, of course, they pride themselves on purity. Like Scotch, you know, it's just nothing there but the distillate itself and pure Scottish stream water. And, of course, bourbon is matured in barrels, the special oak barrels and everything. And, of course, rum is blended quite often with different sorts of flavors to make a drink, a bamboo kind of drink. I think this rum needs something. Spices, more maturing, something to make it taste more rum-like.
It just doesn't rank up there with some of the tougher rums like the Crook and Sweeney's, the Centenario.
True.
The lower cost bamboo.
Oh, even like Pyrate rum, which is from Guyana, which is just is a pleasure to drink. So, I don't know. Anyway, 2.5.
I think 2.5 would be fair.
Yeah.
2 would be really more fair.
Well, I would be interested also in some of our friends trying this and letting us know how they feel. We have friends throughout. We have friends who do other shows like this, and what they would think about it, and what their opinions are. So, friends, if you can find a bottle of it, sample it, and let us know how you think, how you feel about it, and what you think of it, and we'll do a comparison, perhaps. Side by side, and we'll figure out a way to talk more about it. So, anyway, thank you for watching this episode of the Pirate Round. I be Admiral Scoutopus, this be the Scarlet Raven, and today we reviewed 7 Fathoms rum, and found it to be missing a little bit, especially
found it wanting.
Yeah, found it wanting. And so we say to you, thank you so much for watching the Pirate Round, and stab that like and subscribe button with your cutlash. And folks, please take care of each other during these troubled times. And to our friends, we wish you well, we wish you were here, we miss you greatly. And remember folks, you be a privateer. You don't have to take shite from no one. Don't ever let anyone grind you down underneath their boot heel. And always be true to yourself. Always be a privateer. Smooth sailing in your har.
Smooth sailing in your har.